In Uganda, people accused of a crime remain imprisoned until their court cases can be judged.
Remand. What did you guys think of Remand? Now, I have a criminology background, so I was like all over this.
I can appreciate this message of uplifting and positivity that's going to precede my highly cynical comment here. So I found it quite palpable, actually, that plea bargaining, which is one of the systems that exists in the US, in addition to bail, which we might know are highly prejudicial, discriminatory towards the same Black bodies who this group of law students and this law professor, I believe, are then going to assist and help reform their judicial system and help them model what is happening in the US. So I found that to be rather compelling insofar as that is responsible for a lot of the reasons why we have a system in which Black individuals are overrepresented and over-incarcerated, and it contributes to the school-to-prison pipeline. So I was wondering to what extent those same processes are being reproduced in the work that was done, as much as they have eased that administrative burden that exists in Uganda, and that shouldn't be discounted, but there were some parallels that were disturbing in that sense.
Coming from a criminology background, I completely understand that point of view, and I remember thinking they can't even talk about rehabilitation as a model because the burden of the admin is so heavy, and filtering all those people through is so hard.
Watching the movie, it was so refreshing, and at the same time very, very emotional, because like you see all this suffering going out there, and sometimes we just get passed by it as if it's normal. And my question was, or my concern is, like, we understand that there was a new bargaining plea that was introduced. My concern is how corruption is taken out of that system, because you can introduce all these new policies can be introduced, and there's still a corrupt system where people there, like innocent people, still stay in there and they never get out.
I completely understand what you're saying as well. We don't know how that there is corruption in every model, in every place. We don't know how it's going to be affected further down the line. But there is an incredible message of hope in this piece. On top of it being spectacularly shot and beautifully edited and having some of the most beautiful narration I have ever heard. It's a spectacularly well put together piece. It's shedding a light on an incredibly complicated issue, and it's really only scratching the surface.
This country is home to a people so impacted by AIDS and civil war that the median age is 15.
By a show of hands, who just liked it? Liked watching it, liked hearing this story, a part of the world we don't see every day that doesn't come into our media. I watched this movie and I was happy I watched it because I wanted to know that this was going on in my world. Not maybe my world, but the world I live in and want to be a part of.